descending to go? No, he's out of it. So just 12 left as they take the first. At speed now, Edredon Bleu takes it in the lead. Hill Society out wide. Catastrophe is tracking fast, and then we've got Lord Dorset with Celibat up on the outside. Mulligan running fast as they take the second, over which it was Edredon Bleu who led. What a spectacular ride he was given a year ago, Edredon Bleu, by Tony McCoy when he won the Grand Annual, made all the running on that occasion. But he's not as far clear as yet. In fact, Mulligan's coming up to take him on. Adrian Maguire in the yellow jacket. They sit 1 and 2. And then we have Hill Society and Catastrophe and Lord Dorset, and Last Tom out wide, and Celibat and Papillon on the inside, Call Equiname in the grey, and then Cumbrian Challenge on the inside is Green Desert, and Direct Route is out the back. So they swing past the stands, having jumped 3 in the Queen Mother Champion Chase, heading towards a plain fence with Edredon Bleu and Ask Tom out wide, sandwiched between them Mulligan, then Catastrophe and Hill Society and Lord Dorset, and Call Equiname and Green Desert, and Papillon Celibate. And after that one is Direct Route, and the back marker is Cumbrian Challenge as they come to the top of the hill and start to spin downhill, freewheeling for a stride or two, coming down towards fence number 5 now. Little change in the order up front. It's still Edredon Bleu, Tony McCoy piling the pace here.
Yes, he's in front where he likes to be. Edredon Bleu over the next. Catastrophe, Mulligan, who was very aggressively ridden over the first few fences, struggling to vie for the lead though. Ask Tom is there, Lord Dorset. Call Equiname right towards the outside, the grey horse, with in behind the Celibat as they clear the water now. Papillon was next from Hill Society as they continue on the far side, and Direct Route under a patient ride, red and yellow colours under Norman Williamson sitting in behind, with Cumbrian Challenge just the back marker. That's an open ditch there. They're all safely over and in a heap, and it's Edredon Bleu on the inside of Ask Tom, with Green Desert now getting closer on the outside as they approach this next flame one. Papillon was over next, and then Catastrophe towards the inside as they continue to climb towards this big open ditch. It takes a lot of jumping, and it's Edredon Bleu from Green Desert in the noseband, the green jacket then of Papillon, Catastrophe on the inside, Ask Tom, then Call Equiname and Direct Route trying to get closer. A great jump by the leader, Edredon Bleu there. He ate out a length from the others. Green Desert in second place. Call Equiname just lobbing away on the outside, the grey of Papillon, with Direct Route also getting closer as they reach the top of the hill. These 5 are clear then of Celibat chasing hard in 6th, but Edredon Bleu has set the target as so often before. He's the one to catch.
And he's got 3 fences to jump in the Queen Mother Champion Chase under champion jockey Tony McCoy. But in the striped jacket of pink and black on the outside, Green Desert getting closer. Direct Routes with a run, Call Equiname called out wide. And there's only a couple of lengths between these front 4. Celibat follows, the birch flies as the strugglers try to get high. They come down towards the second from home. And on the left in yellow and reddish, Direct Route coming for a share of the action here, with Edredon Bleu the inside and Green Desert. And then Call Equiname the grey back in a 4th place, and then Celibat in 5. And so as they make the final turn, it's Edredon Bleu who's made all the running, but Call Equiname the grey is travelling well under Mick Fitzgerald as they level up towards the final fence. And it's Call Equiname posted the banker by trainer Paul Nichols from his 20-runner string as they come towards the final fence, but Edredon Bleu is a battler, and Direct Route is coming up strongly now as they race inside the last 150 yards, and it's a head-to-head with Call Equiname battling into a lead. Edredon Bleu, a vigorous ride in second, but it's going to be Call Equiname's champion chase. The speed chaser is Call Equiname, Edredon Bleu second, then came Direct Route in third, followed by Green Desert, and then Celibat, and then Cumbrian Challenge flying up the hill, followed by Mulligan and Papillon, and Hill Society and Catastrophe and Ask Tom, and pulled up Lord Dorset. And so the result of this, the Queen Mother Champion Chase, it's gone to number 2, Call Equiname with the colours of Mick Cockburn. This one trained at Shepton Mallet by Paul Nichols up until yesterday. The West Country trainer hadn't had a winner at the meeting, now he's had 2. He was going to bring 20 to the meeting. He named this one as the banker. It was. It's Call Equiname, and Mick Fitzgerald has taken this speed chase, the Queen Mother Champion Chase, on a brave performer. Call Equiname, he may have fragile legs, but he's very, very good indeed. Mick Fitzgerald beams from ear to ear, as well he might. It's, relatively speaking, a spare ride. Got to feel a little bit sorry for the jockey Joe Tizard, who could have ridden it, but he didn't. He was elected to ride Green Desert. Mick's name is Paul Equiname.
Mick Fitzgerald, your first champion chase.
Absolutely fantastic. All I can say is well done, Paul Nicholls. I'm glad my judgment was right, choosing the right one, but without the trainer and without the horse, I couldn't have done it.
You look like winning a long way out.
Yeah, he's a class horse, this. He pulled up when I got to the front, and he just pulled out enough to get me home.
And it feels good?
Oh, fantastic. It's been a long way.
Paul Equiname, 7-2, second favourites return, and the applause ringing out, as you can hear, for Mick Fitzgerald, hugely popular Mick Fitzgerald, and the 7-2 winner did touch 4-1 on the course. More about the price in a moment. Edredon Bleu was runner-up at 3-1, with a third favourite, Direct Route, third at 11-2. Bookmakers thought they had a chance in the race. They didn't. The front three battle out the finish, and that call Equiname extraordinary. The best price this morning was Ladbrokes Burlington Bertie 130, generally 3 and 11-4. The tote went 5-2. Come racing with this supremely strong market here at Cheltenham. You could have got 4-1 against Cool Equiname, who's returned at 7-2. Far better prices on course with the SP than the bookmakers are offering in their anti-post books and their morning books this morning. The strength of the market reinforced once again by Call Equiname, and Mick Fitzgerald, the 7-2 second favourite, wins the Queen Mother.
John, maybe not quite the trailblazing pace we saw, more of a tactical race, and many horses had chances at various stages. The airship will be interesting when we get the chance to look at that.
Yeah, I think the ground's still plenty tacky enough, and Tony McCoy led them along at a fair rate of knots, but as they come down the hill, I would imagine that Joe Tizard was having a wry smile to himself, because he's in second place on Green Desert, the stable second string. He wasn't to know, though, that Paul Equiname was just hacking in behind, just beginning to get into top gear, and Mick Fitzgerald's given him a peach of a ride, just brought him into the race, produced him at the right time. They go to the last. There was one jump down the far side. Tony McCoy got a fantastic leap out of Edredon Bleu, but just as they go down to the last, Mick's just waiting. Direct Route. Norman Williamson got a little bit of a breather into him. He's a horse who likes to come late, but didn't have the speed in the closing stages to cope with this grey horse, Paul Nicholls. And when you think this is only his second run of the season, he's had an interrupted career. A tremendous performance.
And let's take it from the last again. Edredon Bleu so game in front. Ears Prick comes up again for Tony McCoy, gets in closer this time, gets away with a mistake in the same way that Island Chief did yesterday. Ted Walsh was saying earlier that in his days riding here, horses wouldn't get away with mistakes like that. And Call Equiname, as Mick Fitzgerald described, it's a little bit lazy. You've got to go and make this horse go past. He's plenty left in the tank, brings the whip out, asks him for more, has used his hands, his heels as strongly as he can. Now he uses his backup aid, because that's what a whip's for, galvanizes him into action, and the matter's sealed inside the last 100 yards as he forges away. Great run from the runner-up, Edredon Bleu, and Direct Route, after all his problems, hasn't been disgraced in third either. It's been a golden year for Mick Fitzgerald, and this is just yet another plum day for him.
Plenty more good rides to come, Mick. He's got his second century last Saturday at Chepstow. Across the ball, three-timer.